Saturday morning and welcome back to us at 7:30. I'm Maddie Kurth. Cooler weather is on the way, so let's get you over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for a look at that Weather Authority forecast. Quite the roller coaster.
Yes, we are on the highest part of the roller coaster today, and then we'll be crashing down through the rest of the weekend into the start of the week. The coldest air of the season so far is heading our way. This will be here by the end of the weekend. We're going to see at least a 40-degree temperature drop across the area. We also have to watch for that frost and freeze potential a couple of mornings into the start of the week. So here's the timeline. Today it's warm and humid. We could even break our record high temperature today. So this is anomalously warm for November. Then by tomorrow, the front is coming through in the morning hours. We could see some rain early on, maybe an isolated storm, but mainly what you'll notice on Sunday is the gusty winds behind that front. It's not really going to be cold yet until Monday morning. Out the door, this is a shock to the system. We're going to see potentially some frost on the North Shore. Isolated areas getting down to 32. We could see a light freeze even Monday morning. It's going to be harder, though, Monday compared to Tuesday morning because of the winds. Then Monday, chilly wind all day. By Tuesday, widespread frost and freeze conditions. So we're starting off the day at the top of the roller coaster. We're warm. We're pretty mild this morning in the low to mid 60s. We're seeing a little bit of fog out there because we're in the warm sector of this warm front that's just to the north of us. So we're getting some of that Gulf moisture pulled up to the north, sitting nice and mild. Here's the front that's going to move through by the later half of the weekend. It's 27 degrees in Denver. We're seeing some snow up there to the north. That's going to slowly make its way toward us. So today we see some clouds. Once we get to the evening, could see some rain popping up along the leading edge of the front, but most of this I think comes through late overnight before sunrise tomorrow morning. Then it's clearing out. We'll have windy conditions behind that on Sunday. By Monday, here comes the cooler feel. The high pressure on the surface will start to move almost directly over us by Tuesday morning, and that's when you get the lightest winds and the coldest temperatures. So we will be watching for that. Monday, we are in the 30s on the North Shore and west of the lake. I think around 34, but look how cold this model is, even getting to the low 30s. That's frost potential. With the winds, again, maybe that helps mitigate the frost a little bit, but with these temperatures, I think we'll see frost north and west of the lake, south of the lake in the 40s. Tuesday, we're even colder. We're seeing many areas getting into the low 30s, below freezing. We could even get into the upper 20s. I think this model is even a little bit warm. Our high resolution models don't go to that third morning yet, so we'll see what those say, but I think that we could even get into the upper 30s south of the lake. So that's what I'm forecasting. 28 north of the lake, 38 south on Tuesday morning. So Monday night into Tuesday, you need to make sure you're protecting people, pets, and plants from those outdoor conditions. This is not a pipe concern, even though we're forecasting 28. It would have to be at 28 for 6 hours or longer to be a pipe freeze concern, and I'm not worried about that. This is just any of those outdoor items, especially vulnerable plants and pets, you need to protect and bring inside. Here's that big digging low that brings us the cold blast from Canada. It moves out really quickly, though. Through the rest of the week, we actually see high pressure starting to build in by next weekend, and that means our temperatures will bump back up. So it's a brief dip. 86 today, 70 tomorrow as that front's moving through, and then 54 on Monday for the high, 59 on Tuesday. Then we're back up to the 70s, and we're above normal again through the end of the week. So that is a little bit of a roller coaster there with the cold front, but ahead of that, we're seeing a surge of moisture today. This is our Grand Isle cam. You can see how much fog has developed right over Grand Isle. We're seeing many areas with patchy fog banks that are kind of going in and out. So if you're driving on the roadways, just make sure you're taking it slow. I think by the time we get to 9, we should see those conditions improving as things are heating up. Our temperatures today will be getting into the 80s. I think we could even break the record high temperature, and then overnight you can see around 2 to 3 a.m. we start to get some rain in the forecast. That's that front passing through. Tomorrow is windy and cooler. The high being 70 means it's 60s most of the day, which is still dramatically a different feel than today. But by Monday and Tuesday, that is the real out the door wow. You'll need a winter coat. You might even need a hat. I don't know. I'm a wimp, so I need all of my cold weather gear. But
I'm always
this
in the
will feel
layers.
dramatic.
Yeah, always in the layers. You can shed them as you go. But this is a back and forth because by the end of the week, boom, right back up to the hot temperature.
Yep, it doesn't last long. So if you don't like the cold, that's the good news. But I dislike battling my thermostat every day. I gotta go turn the air conditioning on, turn the heat on, then by the afternoon, gotta turn the air conditioning back on. It's just gonna be confusing. But
Yeah.
I think you'll definitely need the seat warmers Monday and Tuesday morning for the kiddos. Headed out to the bus stop, gotta bundle them up for sure.
All righty, thank you, Hannah. Well, the Saints